Hello and welcome to the Just for Gamers video game podcast. Episode 217, Brian's iPhone.
Is it?
In this week's episode, we feel fresh after a short break.
In the valley.
JfG Ash gets back into single-player games.
Confused.
JfG Alex can't wait for the new F1.
Other Welsh stuff.
There's news on Randy Pitchford.
Oh, there really is.
And finally, there's actually games out this week.
Yeah! Hello and welcome to the JfG Podcast. This is episode 217. My name is Alex, and I'm joined, as ever, by my very good friend, Ash. Hey, buddy. How you doing there?
Hey, buddy. As always, I'm feeling good on a Wednesday. Yeah. Sparkling thoughts give me the hope to go on. I didn't feel good last Wednesday, though. I felt rather ill. I don't know why.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just felt sick. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to talk for an hour on my own to myself.
As is your right,
so
buddy.
Yeah, I didn't do a podcast last week, buddy. Yeah.
Well, everyone's going to be chomping at the old bit
Obviously.
for this week's episode, then,
Yeah.
I'd imagine. You know.
He knows the truth. Yeah. That's the
Fucking
truth coming right.
We're podcasting. I got the windows open. I don't care about the fact that cars are speeding past, and
There's one right there. Yeah, nice. Like
people with like real, proper tiny little peckers.
little
Don't care 'cause
stubbers.
it's hot.
Yeah. Well, it's hot,
It's
mate.
hot in the flat.
Yeah. I would open a window, but I can't. I'm not in my normal room, my office. I think I called it. Whatever, gaming room. Because it's getting replastered in next week, and I had to dismantle everything, aka desk. That was about it.
Just the desk.
Just the desk,
Yep.
really. But it's all the electronics around and on the desk that took a lot of time to dismantle. Because I'm getting a couple of plug points put in tomorrow, and then they're coming to replaster all the walls so I can decorate all nice, like. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be cheeky, isn't it?
Yeah, so at the moment I'm in the laundry room, I'm going to call it.
Okay.
It's an offshoot of the kitchen. I did set up originally in the kitchen and it sounded terrible. Because it's a large kitchen, you see. I'm just bragging about my large kitchen.
That's the size of his kitchen there, buddy.
It's just so large it's got an echo.
I can take note.
Yeah. So I'm in the offshoot in the laundry room. Well, there's loads of
nice
clothes.
Nice to have a laundry room.
Yeah, it's quite nice. There's loads of clothes, so that's good for dampening the sound. Unfortunately, no, there is no windows, like I said. There's one light straight above me, so who knows what time of day it is right now? I don't.
I can't tell you.
No, you're not next to a window where there's light coming in.
With the time difference between
That's
Tunbridge Wells
true.
and Nottingham,
Yeah.
buddy, I'm going to be of no help.
And it changes on the hour as well, as we know.
That someone just fucking, spins the wheel, and it's like, oh, now it's 4 a.m.
4 a.m. there, mate.
We
Yeah.
ran a miracle mile.
Yeah, look at that. Magic. Anyway, yeah. So I'm in the offshoot of the kitchen this evening. Running.
You've gone with the laundry room.
Yeah, I've gone with the laundry room with the chisel, I reckon. That's where it took place.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
It was obviously the butler.
The butler always did it, as a general rule.
Always did it. Have you seen that new Adam Sandler film on Netflix?
Of course not.
Why not?
Because that would involve watching an Adam Sandler film, and I haven't done that since I can't remember when, because when he produced the 10th piece of fucking turd in a row, buddy, I was like, I'm gonna have to call it a day now.
You can always polish a turd, buddy. That's what Adam Sandler does.
It's a crime against cinema. Man.
I would say this film is better than the last 15. I'm gonna say 15 because I don't know how many he's done. There's so many. It's all right. It was all right. It's called Murder Mystery, and guess what? The Butler did it. There you go.
Okay, there you go. Now there's absolutely no reason to watch it, so that's good. That's good.
But it's not the actual Butler.
I don't care.
It's a great film. You should watch it if you're really bored. And
I won't.
No, you won't. Will you? I know you won't. But
I tell you, the last good Adam Sandler film that I saw was Funny People. That was a fucking good movie, like a proper good movie.
I don't think I've seen that.
That was a while ago now.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's probably a while ago, but I don't remember.
That's a cracking film. But yeah, he's been in some fucking shit. But
he's been about the bush, or he's beaten about the. He's beaten all over the bush, really. He is the bush.
He's desecrated something, that's for sure. No.
Right, anyway, we'll move on, because obviously no one cares about that. On to more stuff that no one cares about. My couple of weeks, which has been my life, buddy. I've been ordering some more homebrew stuff. I think a while ago I mentioned that I'm going to start doing it. I think I said that, Dad, did I mention about Father's Day getting some shit? I don't know. If not, Father's Day, I got some shit for brewing.
You got some shit on Father's Day?
Yeah, it's fucking sweet. I got a big 6.5 gallon fermentation chamber. I got a fucking thing that monitors temperature like a thermometer, but electronic, and you can set the fucking stuff to make it hot or cold. Crazy stuff. It's good for the fermentating. That's a word, I reckon. And yeah, more stuff has come today. Got my brew bag, got some airlocks and a bung. I don't know what else I ordered. I ordered a load of crap anyway. So that's turned up. I bought a freezer. That's where it's going to go and sit for a while. And turn into taste delicious beer, buddy. Really, that's my plan.
That sounds like a beautiful thing, buddy.
It is, and because of the new freezer, it's a reasonably large one. It's a chest freezer. Another thing is, that 6.5 gallon fermentation chamber. It had like some of the plastic was a bit warped on it, so I sent a picture to the fucking people, and they just sent me another one, so I got 2. That's nice. I can make there you go, 13 gallons of beer if I want. You know,
I'd imagine you do want.
I do want. You're absolutely right. I do want 13 gallons of beer, indeed. Because of I needed somewhere to fucking store this anyway. And at the bottom of the shed, I got a big fucking bottom of the garden, big fucking shed. And I haven't sorted it out since we moved in back in November because it's been cold and shitty, and I couldn't be asked. But now, obviously, I had a reason because beer was gonna happen there. So sorted it all out, hung stuff on walls and made brackets on ceilings to fucking put poles through. I was like, oh wow, this is real man stuff. I was like, this is what fucking people do when they got nothing else to do. And then got the freezer in there, set up a table for everything, and then while I'm in there, the kids are messing about, getting all the toys out that I've been tidying away and sorting out. And then, my drum kit's in there. They're like, Dad, can we play the drums? I'm like, yeah, fuck it, why not? I haven't played the drums for 15 years. Let's do it, you know? Now's the time to relive, my teens, late teens, let's say. I got the drums out. It was mint. I had a bash, fucked the neighbours off. They're a bunch of cunts, so who cares? I don't know, actually. Who knows their neighbours these days? I don't.
No, you steer well clear. They could be murderers.
Exactly. You never know, buddy. It was great. The kids loved it. They were just banging about. My son got a nice simple 4/4 beat going. The old boom de ca. You know how it goes.
Nice. Yeah. Like it.
And then when I was going through, because I had what are they called? Like a stick bag where you put all your drumsticks in. So I had loads of sticks there. I pulled out one of the sticks. It was signed. I was like, where was this from? Who signed this? And I was like, oh shit, it was when I saw, Matchbook Romance or whatever it was. And I punched the bassist in the face because I was rocking out so hard. Punched him in the face. He was all right with it. And then the drummer came and gave me his drumstick at the end of the gig because he was like, "You're amazing." And it says, "Keep practicing on it." I was like, well, that lasted about a year. Then fucked it off.
He really took that to heart. Yeah. So that's good news.
Kind of let him down, I feel. But hey ho. Get back on the horse, buddy. But, I'm not a gymnast.
Not a gymnast.
And one other thing that I found in my stick bag was some old set lists from like 2004. I was like, how old? I was like 19 then, and it was at the Oast House or wherever it is in Rainham. I was like, wicked, good times.
What a venue! Yeah, what a tremendous venue that was, buddy. Yeah,
but no, it was just like an absolute blast from the past. It was fucking weird. It was cool.
I still go in that place,
Really?
Yeah.
Who plays there these days?
I don't know. I just remember seeing. I remember seeing an advert for a gig there like a few months back. It was probably last year, but certainly within the last year or so, I saw an ad for a band at the Oast House. I was like, really? Nice. Okay.
Trying to think. I saw Cap down there, the famous.
I saw Cap down there. I was at that gig as well.
But there we go. We were there. Did I know you?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No,
I didn't.
No, that was one of the many times before we met where we were at the same thing,
place.
Or culminating in the ultimate fourth wall break where I went to see your band. Before I knew you.
Yeah, there you go.
And then
that happened.
Something very distinct about that gig, buddy.
We've probably already spoken about.
We've probably told it already.
Who knows? You run out of content after about episode 200, and then you just got to go around again.
Yeah, but by that point, everyone's either stopped listening or forgotten anyway, so you can just repeat yourself. It's fine.
Absolutely true. Fantastic.
Provided you've forgotten as well, then
always do.
It's still fresh.
Yeah,
so it's good.
It's like partial amnesia. Oh yeah, wow, I remember that. That's cool. Yeah,
Gibbons.
Fantastic. So yeah, drums are fun. You should get some. I don't know where you put them there. Yeah. Have you still got your Guitar Hero drums?
No, they.
Yeah, I got rid of mine a while ago.
What was it that went wrong with them? The cymbals, like the wires coming out the cymbals and the cables and everything, they all rusted.
Yep, classic.
And the battery bay rusted as well.
No.
On the guitars.
Yep.
Yeah, it was fucked.
Well, to be honest, my drum kit is covered in fucking rust because it's just been up in the loft for the past 10 years or whatever. My snare, or the rattle, whatever, the springs or whatever is on the bottom of it all broken. So just used some tie clips or tie wrap things and fucking stretched it all out. That did the job. Sounds like a snare now. It's ace.
Yeah, near enough, innit?
Yeah, Gibbons. Fucking hell. What else have I done? Oh, I had a great day at work yesterday. Just played games all day. It was mint. I took my PlayStation 4 and the VR headset in this time. Treated some criminals to a bit of VR. There you go. They got to shoot people in virtual reality.
Just like they used to.
Just like
in real life.
Yeah. They were reliving their dreams or their past.
I imagine they were great at that.
They were shit. They were.
Did you get them on the Blood and Truth? The level where you get to the building and they're like, "Fam, fam,
you get me, fam."
It's the soldier.
Yeah. Well, luckily, the 6 prisoners that we had in, none of them are gangsters or anything. We got like a Welsh guy, a northern guy, a couple of northerners, and a couple of guys from the south, and a Polish guy. There you go. So, and none of them are like the ones from the south are all like from like Cambridge or whatever. So they all talk all proper,
right,
like you do. So yeah. So it was funny. We took the piss. Yeah, it was great. It was just awesome, like seeing their reaction because obviously they've never experienced anything like this, and to be honest, I hadn't really before February, and. No, it was just really cool. Like we were doing like the Shark Tank thing where you go down and people were like freaking out seeing the shark. I was like, yeah, that's a shark. Yeah, it's cool. I had a bit of a go on the old Drive Club VR. We had a bit of a race on that, set some time trials and things. Yeah, it was cool. It was just a really good day. And I don't know, it just kind of made it clear that people were Like, VR is fucking exciting in a way.
Yeah.
It's a really
awesome.
fucking cool thing. And, like, we've got it and we're like, oh, yeah, it's good. And, yeah, you know, after time, you know, until the next new, like, experience come out, like Blood and Truth did, you know, you're like, well, yeah, I'll leave that for now and then come back to it another time. But, yeah, it's fucking awesome, VR. It's really, really cool. Very, very awesome.
Gibbons, buddy.
Finally, buddy, this week, I bought some RAM for a computer that I don't have. So I bought some DDR4 RAM because it was on sale and a really good price. And I was like, well, if I buy it now, then that kind of makes me have to start building a new PC. So I did that. I don't know if that was a good idea or not. But I was like, yeah, why not? Fuck it. Let's just buy it. So it looks like I'm on the chase to upgrade my PC. Well, I was fucking streaming Sea of Thieves the other day, and my CPU is just at 100% all the time. I'm just like, this is not fun. Like, I mean, yeah, if I turned streaming off, it would run better, but like a bit better. But I don't know. So yeah, I kind of need to bite the bullet now and start just picking bits up. I think I'll get it over the next 6 months. I'm not going to rush into it, but I've only got to get a motherboard and a CPU. But then again, that's like 200 quid.
Gibbons. So, yeah, well, just got to keep an eye out for the deals, haven't you, really?
Yeah, and that's what I did. Like, I saw this RAM. It was like 60 quid. It's really good RAM. Was it like G-Skills Trident something? Fucking super mega whatever. But it's got a good refresh rate and stuff. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go for it.
Gibbon.
So there you go, buddy. That's some of the shit that I've been doing. I've forgotten the other stuff. There's obviously been drinking involved and games. But we'll talk about that later, I guess. So how was your holiday? How was Wales?
Wales is a magical place, buddy, or at least the north of it is. I've been to the south, and it certainly doesn't apply to that. But yeah, where I went was very nice. Been to Snowdonia, so that was cool. Before that, though, went to the quiz, and then on the Friday went to see Foals at Bedgebury Pineaton, buddy. And that was a fucking lovely time. I do like the band Foals.
You like
I have
Foals?
to say. I like Foals. So that was good. Really good night and very enjoyable. Slightly unfortunate that it was the night before we were going on holiday. It's like 6-hour drive the next day, but hey.
Nice. So what you want.
It's not that bad. Yeah, I don't mind it. It's cool. So yeah, we set off to Wales and we had a fucking awesome time. We did all sorts of shit. We really crammed it in. We stayed in a cottage that was in the middle of fucking nowhere, as in a 10-minute drive from the road. so you get to the end of the road and it's like, oh, here is a gate into a field. It's like, okay, we're going in there. And then you go like literally like dirt and gravel tracks through 6 gates. The missus absolutely thrilled with that. Jumping out, opening the gate, waiting for me to drive through, closing the gate literally every time we wanted to leave the place or get home.
Well, you know, it's just, was there livestock about then? You know, you got to keep it close.
Lots of sheep.
There you go. Got
lots and lots of sheep.
They love them sheep. Known fact.
They love them sheep. Exactly what you want when you climb Snowdon is to drive home and then have to get out the car 6 times to open and close gates, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, luckily you did. I mean, you kind of missed out there, really, on that experience.
I really missed out.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing was, we were in my car and the track was really fucking, like, it was no place for a Ford Fiesta, let's put it that way. But I sort of made it work each day. I was taking like slightly different lines. It's like gravel in the middle, and I'm like looking at the next bit, thinking, I'm gonna hit the base if I go there.
I've played Dirt Rally. I know what I should be doing.
Climbing up the verge, and then the next day we come down, and I've like basically mudded up one side because I like came off the track, and it's like I have to go the other side. It's got creative, but
you know, these are the things you have to do.
It's fucking awesome. Like proper nice, like log burner in there, little kitchen. The bedroom was like a loft conversion, open veranda thing, like with a balcony in that.
Nice.
It's just an awesome place to be. Really nice to just get out. It's in the middle of nowhere. Like you step outside for a cheeky schmuck, and there are no lights in any direction.
There's no
like
lights.
you can't see anyone or anything except bleating sheep and mountains and shit. So yeah, it was great. Snowdonia is a fucking amazing place. Like, it's the sort of place where you drive like 5 miles in any direction and it's like you're somewhere completely different. Like, even in terms of like countries, you know, you'll be on like a bit that looks like Yorkshire moors, and then you come up like through a mountain area and it's like you're in like Iceland or something. And then we came down to this village that was surrounded by mountains and like redwood trees, and you could be in Canada. Like, it's just fucking insane place. And yeah, we just had the best time. We went to the beach one day, we went up a mountain another day. Like, we did that zip line. I don't know if I was talking about that beforehand, but yeah, we went to Zip World, buddy. Went to Bethesda, by the way, saw the dragon, so that was
nice.
Cool. And yeah, near Bethesda is the world's fastest zip line and Europe's longest zip line.
That's a combo to have. If you're going to have anything to do with zip lines, it's going to be the longest and the fastest, really, isn't it?
It's not bad for North Wales, buddy, I have to say. So yeah, it was astronomically expensive, but I found a code online, because of course I did, buddy. That's how we do.
Skills.
50% off for local residents. So I was like, okay, how are they going to tell? Obviously, the accent's going to give
the accent's going to be a bit of a giveaway there.
My billing address probably won't help either. So paid with PayPal, didn't I?
Classic, and, nice.
Put in the postcode of a local post office in Bethesda. And that did the trick, buddy. 50% off. Saved £65
there you
with
go.
that code.
Fucking, what a legend. That's how it's done in many ways. Gotta fuck the system, buddy.
That's what it's all about. So yeah, they give you your like.
Imagine if you rocked up and was like, "Hey, up boyo."
I was literally going to be like, "Is that in the valley? Is
or whatever?"
I was just going to pretend to be like mute or something, just like mumble at them.
Yeah, just do sign language,
really
but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, just be like deaf, and the missus is like, you know, she's my like carer or something.
Yeah, exactly. And, but then if you're too dumb, you might not go on the zip line, buddy. It's
exactly. And I nearly didn't get on the zip line because they have to weigh you when they're giving you your like, wingsuit and everything. Because the heavier you are, like obviously the faster you're gonna fucking fall down this thing.
Of course you are.
And they've got these little like flags. So they have to select the correct flag to basically give you drag to slow you down so that it's not dangerous. I got on the scales, and some fucking stupid woman, like who was just coming out from getting her like wingsuit, she was just standing on the edge of. They were like a big floor scale, like a meter by a meter. And she was just perched on the fucking corner of it. Came up like 194 kilograms. I was like, Jesus Christ.
I've been piling it on.
I said to the dude, I seem to have had 300 to 400 too many beers. Not sure what's happened there, but yeah, no. There was another person on the scales.
Oh dear.
But yeah, they give you like a harness and shit, and then it was like a 15-minute drive up to the top because they go up. It's a quarry, like a slate mine.
Yeah.
So you're going up in like an army vehicle, like sitting in the back, and and then you just lay down on like a massage table, and they hook you to the cable above, so you just like literally like belly down. Head first.
Nice.
And then they just flick a switch and the massage table's like hydraulically lower into the floor, so you're just dangling there. And then they just count you down and fucking send you on your way, buddy. And
away!
It was like 120 miles an hour down the zip line.
Fucking hell, really?
Jesus
Christ.
Because they had these helmet cams they were selling, like Garmin helmet cams with like a heads up display on the bottom with a speedo, and obviously we didn't pay for that because we're not cunts.
Yeah,
but
obviously
the cunts beside us did.
Nice.
And at the end of the ride, it was like, you know, when you get off a ride at Alton Towers or something, they've got the screens up, and they show you your footage to see if you want to pay for it or not. And So they showed the footage and it had the speedo, and I was going the same speed as this woman next to me, and yeah, she hit like I think 117 miles an hour at one point. We had like goggles, and I don't know what the helmets were for though, buddy.
Safety, obviously.
Safety. In what circumstance would the helmet come into play on a zip line? Because if I'm falling off the zip line, buddy, no,
right. On the zip line. Fuck me. Yeah. There's a pigeon. It's coming right for me. Head down. Hit it with the helmet. You're safe.
That's what it was.
There you go.
Well, thank you for clearing that up for me, buddy.
Was that not in the instructional video? If you see a bird coming, go full torpedo, head down.
I did ask several members of staff what the helmet was for.
Yeah.
None of them could tell me.
Did any of them say safety?
They did. They all said safety.
Oh, that's good then.
But when I tried and said, at what point is my head going to connect with something except when I'm falling to my death? Like, what exactly? and I came to the conclusion that the helmets were specifically so they could sell you like a fucking Garmin or a GoPro.
Probably. More than likely, yeah. That's what it was.
So anyway, that was fucking awesome. That was great. We went to the zoo, we went to the beach, and we went down a fucking mine, like a slate mine. Except we got there really early because it was half price for the first tour of the day, buddy.
Get in.
Savvy once again, saving the pounds.
Gotta save those pounds.
We met up with old Brian, the slate miner, who I presume had expected a bigger crowd because he's used to giving tours of these slate mines, and he's often like selected personally because he used to work in them in like the 60s and the 70s.
Good news.
And
experience.
So it's like, yeah, pretty fucking crazy, except it was just me and the missus. So we just went down into the slate mine with Brian.
And beautiful.
He was in full character, buddy. He had the like clothes from the 1900s
Welsh.
and the helmet. He was very Welsh, extremely Welsh, and he was completely like basically in character for the whole thing. He was showing us the drills they used to use and how they used to like tie chains around their legs to hang off of the fucking ceiling and stuff.
That sounds safe.
Absolutely mental stuff. Like, it was going on about how all the kids that died down there who were like pushing the fucking carts along and stuff. And then he was like, we got to a section, and they had all like fucking holograms and shit down there, and like lights, and they had like smoke machines and shit and everything. So then he's like, okay, yeah, this is one of our photo opportunities. So if you want to just pop yourself over there, then and give me your phone, then I get a photo. Me and the missus like obviously not keen, like because it just felt dumb. Like it was just the two of us down there with this miner. Like it's really strange. Anyway, he comes back with the phone, and like, bearing in mind, up until this point, all I've heard is about the mines. Like, he's in the get up, like it's all been very authentic. He comes back, he's like, "Oh, these Samsung, they're really good. These Samsung cameras, aren't they?" And I was like, "Sure."
Yeah,
he's like, "I got an iPhone.
Technology
I got an
these days.
iPhone 10." Gets like an iPhone 10 out of his fucking 1905 clothes. He's like, if you hold it down on the screen, then it does like a swirly thing. I was like, yeah, Brian, it does. That's like really. It's like, I tell you, the missus has got one of those Huawei phones, and she swears by them. I was like, yeah, no, they get in a bit of bother with the old security aspect, though, the Chinese, don't they? It was like, oh god, yeah, they're in an awful lot of trouble. But I tell you, those Galaxy phones, those cameras, they're really something.
Oh, there's something there.
Anyway, this is where an 8-year-old boy died when he was pushing a trolley along, and that was pretty tragic. But yeah, the Huawei cameras, they're really good.
Back to real life now.
All I can think is like that's his only touchstone with modern technology, because the poor fucker has to take photos of assholes like every day, like every tour he does. He probably gets his hand on every phone under the sun. so he knows a lot about cameras on phones, buddy.
And slate mines, you know.
And slate mines, yeah. So yeah, there you go, buddy. That's my Tales of Wales.
Sounds like a lovely time, and I think I'll have to go at some point.
Absolutely fucking awesome place. Like, so much to do there. Wall-to-wall castles and fucking, like, brilliant places to go.
Now, are there any trains?
There's a load of steam trains through the mountains.
Get in.
Pretty
Love
special.
trains.
Snowdon was a bitch, by the way. Like, holy hell. That was hard work. That's the highest mountain in the UK, that one. But yeah, it was pretty fucking great. Very good time, buddy. And,
Nice, buddy.
Recharged the old mental batteries, if not the physical ones. So that was cool. So yeah, we should probably move on. I'd like to know, before we do though, buddy, exactly what you are drinking this evening on this podcast in which the topic is video games.
Oh, video games. Oh, this week, buddy, I'm on the Oakmail Citra Session IPA. I had a couple left over, and then if I get through that, I've got a bit of Ghost Ship as well to fucking finish it off. So yeah, happy days. Happy days. What about you, buddy? What you on?
I've just finished a Stara Pramen, buddy, and I'm currently tucking into a nice bottle of Peroni, which I'm rather enjoying.
Lovely.
Got a backup Estrella if I need it as well, so that's nice. We like that.
Gibbons, you always got to play it safe.
Yeah, trying to take it easy on the drinking front this week, buddy, because of course we're seeing each other at the weekend for some go-karting and festivities. So
we're going to get super drunk.
We are going to get super drunk. And it's the Soul Train down the Pantiles on Saturday night, buddy. That's right. It's Motown
You're
night
fucking crazy.
in my town. So
Can we take beers with us? That's the question.
we can. Yeah.
And we will.
Yeah. Here you go.
Nice.
Fucking sweet. Cool. Well, we should probably, at this point, considering all the video games and that we're supposed to be talking about, go and talk about some video games. So let's go and talk about what we've been playing. So I've been playing fuck all, buddy, because I've been away. But
That will happen.
I'd imagine you've been playing some video games, so can you tell us a little bit about those?
Well, I've been playing probably the best game of last year. And if by probably I mean definitely, that is correct. I've been playing God of War, buddy.
I was going to say, I would imagine that means you've been playing God of War. And how's that been going?
I forgot how fucking amazing this game is. It is
It's brilliant.
absolutely the best game of last year. Like, there is nothing that can beat this game. It is just, it has it all. So I go back to it after over a year of not playing it. Never obviously finishing the campaign. So I'm like, right, cool. I got some time now. Let's get into it. Takes me about half an hour to get back into the control systems. Luckily, they're in your upgrade tree. It shows you all the moves you could do. So I was like, sweet. Now I know. Now you know. So got back into the combat and looked at the skill trees. I was like, sweet, cool. Looked at all like the RPG elements that I totally forgot about. How you can upgrade all your armor, get new armor, upgrade all this shit. There's loads of crap there. And yeah, the combat is just awesome. Loads of fun. Different ways of tackling it, as we've spoken about countless times before. But yeah, that storyline is just so good. The characters are fucking amazing. It's just the best game. If you haven't played this game, you really, 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 really need to get it and play it. I don't think the Funk's played it yet.
Well, no, and I did have a message from him, which I'll bring in now out of Fuckwit Corner.
Hello.
Funk said this week. We have some more Fuckwit Corner later, so we can save the jingle for then.
Thank God.
Yeah, but Funk said nearly 40% of the way through Shadow of War now. Still opening up new shit all the time and loving it. He says, I think God of War might be my next single player foray.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
that's a definite, buddy. You need to do this because the 10 hours that I've chucked in this week have just been so good. That storyline is just fucking amazing, and the characters, it's so emotional. Oh,
it's fucking great. And also, I did speak to Funk last night at the pub about God of War, and I was talking about some of the stuff you can do, like once you finish the campaign, like that.
Yeah,
that sort of
totally. There's loads of
fog
stuff.
maze thing that I was talking about. But also, I think he was kind of under the impression that it was super linear, and I was kind of explaining the hub world in the middle and the way you can kind of branch off and do your own thing.
Yeah, there's all kinds of side quests. Yeah. It's just incredible. Like, the main thing that has got me is the characters and how they've developed throughout the campaign. It's the cinematography on that game also is just so good. There's nothing wrong with that game. Absolutely nothing.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
It's genuinely a masterpiece.
Really
I think
is.
people, of all the praise that it's actually received, I think it's been underestimated how good that game is, to the point where I think people will still be talking about it in 15, 20 years' time.
I hope so.
I think it's that good.
It's the best single player experience I've ever had.
That's a long time in video games.
Yeah.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah, it really is.
Highly recommend the film if anyone hasn't seen it. It's on the official PlayStation YouTube channel. You can watch the documentary about God of War.
Yep.
It's a fucking chunky and beautiful 2 odd hours of learning all about it. And we got a little bit more about it in the news this week as well, buddy. So a little taster coming up there.
I want to say more about it, but I don't know. Like, the encounters, they're just as impressive. Like when you come across something like the larger boss battles, or I'm coming out of most fights thinking like, fucking hell, that was so close. Kind of like Doom does. You're like on the edge of your seat, and you're like, oh fucking yeah. It's just such a good game. It's got it all. A mixed bag of emotions or something. Why not?
It's a glorious campaign. It's super, super fun. The everything in there is kind of manageable as well. Like the combat is kind of a mixture of like fighting game and hack and slash, but it never feels overwhelming to someone who's not really a big fan of that. It eases you in, and everything's very easy to pick up. The upgrade tree, same, likewise. Everything on there is useful, and none of it is required. And it's not like completely overarching and stupid. Like it's pretty condensed and sensible. The way that the armor and that works is kind of very suited to anyone who understands like looter shooters and stuff as well, because you've got those sort of level values and color
different
values.
Colors. It's nice and simple that way, isn't it?
Brilliant.
One thing that I want to ask you is what was the frame rate like on the base PS4?
I don't remember it chugging too bad.
Yeah, okay.
I think it was pretty decent. Although I don't necessarily care as much about that as I used to. Certainly on these consoles where my expectations are relatively low anyway.
Yeah. No, the only reason I ask is because on the Pro, obviously I've got the option. It's nice because it gives you the option to go for power or resolution, and I've always had it at power, and I was like, I've got a 4K monitor now, let's try it in like 4K checkerboard or whatever, and it drops straight down to 30, and I was like, I can't play this game in 30, it's horrible. So yeah,
I think it runs 30 on the base PS4.
Does it?
I think so.
Okay.
I can't remember now.
Either way, when I switched it back into performance mode or whatever it's called, it was just running so much nicer. I'm sure there's like comparisons on YouTube we could like have a look at, but I can't be asked. I don't know.
I'm just trying to find it out now.
He's investigating. He's having a look. Who knows?
Yeah, it runs at 30. So I played the whole thing at 30.
So what is it? Does it tell you what it runs on the PS4 Pro then?
50 to 60.
Yeah. Okay, well, big difference there then, I guess.
I mean, the difference between 50 and 60 is incredibly jarring. So that's probably why you're kind of really feeling it. But yeah, certainly like the frame rate. I mean, I just got used to it. I didn't need to get used to it. It was the way that the game was presented to me.
You play it for what it is, yeah. But because I was playing it in that yeah, exactly. So yeah, God of War's fucking amazing. If you haven't played it, you should play it. If you haven't got a PlayStation 4, unlucky, I guess.
Very much so.
Wait until it comes out on PlayStation Now, which I'm guessing might be next year. Who knows? And play it on PC.
I mean, that thing should have dive bombed by now, price wise. Certainly on disc.
Oh yeah, definitely. Right, yeah. Other games I've still been playing Borderlands 2 and loving it. It's really good, fun. It's a very, very funny game if you've never played it. It's a great game to play co-op with your buddies. I think I'm like level 20-ish or something now, going through the campaign and doing some side missions. Definitely getting me G'd up for number 3 coming out later this year. Yeah, that's about it really, mate. Borderlands 2, it's a very old game. The 4K texture pack looks really nice though, so that's a bonus. And I am building my way up to play that transitional DLC that's available, the one that kind of links 2 and 3 together. So yeah, looking forward to that as well, buddy.
Nice. And are you playing that solo, or are you tucking in with friends?
No, I can't be asked to play it solo because like we've already fucking played it. Well, we played it to death really when we had it on the 360.
Yeah.
No, just when some of the guys that want to get through the campaign, because they've never played it before. I was like, you're crazy. How have you never played this really good game?
The birth of the fucking looter shooter.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, Destiny and all that, like, have taken so many things from Borderlands. Like, it's crazy going back and looking at it and being like, oh wow, yeah, this is really old. And all these looter shooters now are kind of like taking all those original ideas. Yeah, obviously they're expanding on them, but that's what they should be doing. And it's kind of good news. I'm kind of glad that Borderlands 3 isn't like a looter shooter. It is just like a 4-player co-op game, which I'm happy about.
Yeah, absolutely. Just makes perfect sense.
Gibbons, buddy. So, like I said, I played a load of fucking VR games, but we've spoken about them already. So yeah, that's pretty much me for games this week, buddy. Oh, fuck me! I bought that. Because E3 was on. Xbox were doing that upgrade to Xbox Ultimate for £1 or whatever. I did that. So I've got the old Game Pass on PC with whatever 100 games it is now. That thing is a bag of wank and likes to crash loads. The Xbox Beta app, that is. Firstly, you have to update. You have to sign up to the Windows Insider program, so you have to install all kinds of shitty Windows updates that probably don't work. And then I don't know if I'm isolated with this. Like I was talking to Cosmic Dad in the Discord, and he says that his seems to be working fine. But whenever I when I open up the Xbox Beta app and go to the store, it just goes, something's gone wrong. I'm like, okay, cool. So the only way that I have successfully found a way to download games is when you open it up in the Game Pass section, there's like a roulette wheel, not roulette, like a fucking random chance generator, and you spin the wheel or press the button and it gives you a random game. And that's the only way that I've been able to really find games to download. So I was there clicking it until it landed on Metro Exodus. And I was like, yes, I got it. Fucking win. What a game. Like fucking lobby watch to the max. It was ace.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably describe that as a surprise mechanic.
Oh, yeah. Buddy. Surprise mechanic, that. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Like the old...
that's nice. That's that's the way things are going. People like that. They're fun.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah. So yeah, I've actually played about an hour of Metro Exodus as well last week.
Nice.
I forgot. I didn't put it in the notes, but this is why.
How are you finding it? Obviously, that's very early doors, but are you enjoying it?
It looks fucking amazing. It looks really good, even on my like ancient PC. It just looks so good. It is quite a slow game though when it comes to shooters. Like majority of shooters that I play are fast, action packed, whatever, run and guns.
Gunners. Yeah,
whereas this is totally not that. I do like the stealth mechanics in it. You can take people out, you can turn lights off and on. I'm not as scared this time, but that could change as the game progresses, I'm guessing. But it's not all horrible and in the metro. It's all out and about in the open, or well, not out and about. You end up going to like some camp and stuff like that. But yeah, that's all like story stuff. But yeah, it's good. It seems cool. I'm just glad that I paid like £1.50 and I get to play it for like 3 months. So
Gibbons,
I'm happy about that.
That's where it's at. It's what it's all about.
Gibbons, buddy. So I'll get back to Metro when I get a chance to play it some more. But I'm just playing God of War now, really. That's all I want to play. I want to get that finished.
Yeah, you've made me want to play it again, to be honest. I mean, Metro's next on my list. I've got that downloaded on my little shit heap. I'm looking forward to tucking in on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously having been away, there wasn't really time to start a new single-player campaign. But yeah, pretty excited for that.
Yeah, cool, buddy. So there you go. That's what I've been playing these couple of weeks. What about you? What have you been playing?
I've been playing F1 2018 and FIFA 19.
For a change.
Shame.
Have you been playing some Celeste as well? Make the trifecta.
I haven't been playing any Celeste. No, I'm still waiting for the 100 new levels to arrive, and then I'm going to be just talking about that again for like 3 months. So everyone's got that to look forward to still, buddy.
I can't wait.
I just want a little send-off to F1 2018, which is a masterpiece of a racing game that we've been enjoying for a whole year now. I've included the new F1 in out this week. It actually came out last week. But, yeah, you know.
It'll be on sale next week, then.
It'll be on sale in a fortnight. Yeah. Really enjoying it. We were playing, me and a friend of the podcast, Paul, we had an amazingly lengthy session on F1 on Sunday afternoon. Both of the missuses were out, and we were pretty hungover from Saturday night where we went out and got pissed.
Nice.
So we were like, let's play some F1 and get the wheels out. We did 12 races, buddy, 25% distance races.
Fucking hell, that's going to take some time.
Played for like 6.5 hours, and it was a brilliant send-off for that thing. It's a masterpiece of a game, and I'm super excited for the new one. And I'll tell you for why. All the YouTube tastemakers have been sent copies a week early, so they're all doing videos on it at the moment, and getting
that game
it all
looks
juiced
good.
up.
It looks
really great.
Good.
I've heard that the handling model's like improved a fair old whack, and the lighting model you can see is incredibly improved.
Yeah.
But also I've heard really exciting things about the Formula 2 cars, which is the first time that they're going to be in the new game.
Yeah.
And they're really fucking fun to drive because they haven't got all the like super expensive aero and the little wings and fins and stuff of the Formula 1 cars. Apparently they're really sort of like fast and loose and flighty. Like you get a bit of drift, you get a bit of like oversteer and understeer and stuff, and they're just way more like lively to drive, despite being slower on paper. It doesn't really matter on a fucking video game, does it?
No.
So I think we're going to have a lot of fun with those. I think that's going to be something that we end up like tucking into a lot more than the classic cars, and those are on the new game as well. But
which is nice.
I think it's going to be pretty tasty, buddy. I'm looking forward to it. Very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah, F1 2018 has been fucking fantastic. Like, it's probably the F1 game we've played the most. Like,
I think
it's
so.
Absolutely monopolised game night, completely taken it over in the last 6 months or so. Basically since the funk got back and Wheeltown really sort of took off again.
Yeah, picked up big time.
It's just hard not to play it for like
because it's so
hours.
Good. You start it up and then you just don't want to stop. That's the problem with
it. Exactly. So yeah, fucking brilliant. And then the only other thing I've been playing is FIFA 19. We've got, we talked last week or the week before about some of the new stuff that's possibly coming to FIFA, and I think Funk's got a little word on that in a little while. But it's a solid game offline. Like I think online it's pretty frustrating because of the way that it's set up with the stupid like super statted afros and all that sort of thing. But that's been the case for 10 years. But I've been playing the journey mode on there this last sort of few days since I got back off my holiday, and really enjoying it. It's very well put together. I have to give them credit for it. I've enjoyed the journey in 18 and 19. This is the sort of single player campaign, like a career mode where you're cultivating this young player. It's got cutscenes and story and everything. FIFA 19's got you can play as 3 different characters. They're on a timeline along the bottom of the screen. So each season you can play, for example, one of the characters up until July, and then you can switch character back to the start of the season in September and play as the other one. They've all got their own cutscenes, their own sort of flashpoints in their careers, dialogue trees and all that sort of thing. All fluff and padding, but gives it kind of a nice feel. And it's just very fun. been quite enjoying it. I've been playing some of the women's football on there as well, because obviously the Women's World Cup's on at the moment, and it's the only available football, so I've been watching it. But it's quite fun, the women's football on FIFA, because they... Obviously, the statistics, they've given them their own set of stats. So you've got like 88 rated, 89 rated female players on there, which is, understandable. It's essentially a different sport with the different gender. But because they're like naturally not as sort of butch and strong on paper, the game is far more about passing. And basically, the way to play with the women's teams is essentially knocking it about like, a La Liga side, like a Barcelona or something, because
football,
they're naturally smaller than the men, and but the centre backs are still fairly massive, because that's the way
the Liga players. They're naturally smaller than most men. Is that what you're saying?
Well, little Spaniards certainly can be, buddy. But just because the women are more lightweight, they're built on the physicality is lower.
Yeah.
You don't get much joy. You're not going to be able to play a ball into feet when they're under pressure, and they'll be able to hold it up because they're all sort of a similar size. So it's kind of all about knocking it about, and I found it really improves your passing game on there, because you have to keep moving the ball like all the time.
That's cool.
It's pretty decent, and they've got like bespoke commentary and that for that, and they haven't made like as big a deal of it as they do when they have the DLC add-ons for the Men's World Cup. But it's still quite a nice thing they've got going there, and pretty fun to play.
Nice, cool.
Gibbonsby. So that's me. Unless you've got anything else, we should probably move on. And now it's time for the news.
It's been a while.
Number one.
Number Wang. I don't know what this is, but I'm sure I'm going to like it.
Let's talk about Randy Pitchford.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, there have been, across the last probably 4 weeks, so a couple of podcasts, because obviously you were away and then I was away, there have been multiple stories about Randy Pitchford.
Go on.
And it seems to me that it's probably time to just run through them, because they're very funny. Okay, so here's a little one. What do we got? Okay, so Borderlands 2 DLC takes a swipe at David Eddings.
Yeah, it does.
Claptrap's voice actor. So that's nice. Massive legal battles back and forth between Eddings and Pitchford over royalties on the previous Borderlands games.
Ooh, happy days.
Here's another story. These are all, I suppose, alleged, because, what can you say? But here's a little one for you. Here we are. Diverted. Oh, no, not the diverted funds. We'll save that one. For now. So yeah, apparently physically assaulted David Eddings in a hotel lobby, witnessed by several other Gearbox employees and a couple of journalists as well.
That's going to do you favours, yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. What else have we got? There's the ongoing legal struggle between Randy Pitchford and Wade Callender.
Ooh.
Who was the Gearbox corporate counsel? So this is a nice one as well. Sorry, I was just laughing at some of them. It's all good,
buddy.
Misuse of company credit cards for personal expenses, destruction of evidence related to a home loan funded by the studio. That was Pitchford talking about Callender. Callender countersued, saying that, here's another brilliant one. This one was proven to be true. Randy Pitchford left a USB thumb drive filled with sensitive corporate documents and pornography.
And pedo porn, yeah.
Squirt porn.
Oh, it was squirt porn, I thought it was pedo.
Squirt porn. It was yeah.
And the whole excuse was, he's a magician. And obviously, that can't happen. And the female genitalia cannot produce the squirtiness. And he wanted to understand the magic trick of how they did it. Yeah.
It's the sort of excuse that you would probably use if you were like 11, whacking off in your room and your mum came in. But he went for it because he thought that was, you know...
I saw this magic trick to make juice come out of me with a magic wand.
It's where he left it as well. He left this thumb drive in a medieval times, aka those fucking medieval like Knights of the Round Table fighting restaurants in
like you do.
Oh God, that one's great. I love that one. What else have we got? An alleged amendment of contracts on Borderlands 3 to write a load of people out of bonuses. That's a good one.
Didn't he give himself a massive bonus for some reason as well?
We'll certainly get to that. We certainly will. He said publicly that he would have liked to have got Troy Baker back on board for Borderlands 3, but Troy Baker turned them down. At which point Troy Baker was asked the question in an interview and was like, "That's not true. They didn't ask. They didn't ask me.
They didn't ask me."
So that probably brings us about up to speed with where we are as of sort of last week when...
okay.
Well, probably say 2 weeks ago, buddy, when Randy Pitchford came under fire once again for tweeting a battle between a kitten and a crab. So this is a real crab and a real kitten.
Yeah.
And he just posted that with the phrase "for your consideration." This is the millionaire CEO of Gearbox, by the way, that we're talking about.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck, really, does he?
He's the millionaire CEO of Gearbox, so this is how he behaves. So that's great. And then the overriding various back and forth suits with him allegedly having diverted funds to the tune of $12 million into his own private company's bank account. Yeah, he does. Basically bonus money that was supposed to be for members of the team and so on. This was the latest story, really, that... a former Gearbox employee provided proof that he diverted funds to a personal company, and it's now kind of emerged that it may well have been a bonus that Gearbox signed off on, and therefore that isn't necessarily really like irreprehensible behaviour. Like it's starting to look like that was basically the thing that started all of this. May have been the only thing that he didn't do wrong, although diverting money, studio money, through his magic company, by the way, probably
gotta
not
love that
sensible.
Magic company. Yes, I mean he's done well, if anything.
This is all in the last month or so.
He's really smashing it out of the park.
It's just incredible.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I mean, he had to respond to the porn on the thumb drive one because it was suggested that the porn was of an underage woman. So he had to. That was my favourite bit, was that he had to come back to prove that the girl wasn't underage by doing so, having to therefore admit to the whole story.
Porn on there. Yeah,
absolutely.
That's a good
brilliant
way of getting him out. Well. Yeah, there's porn on it, but if we say that it's underage, he's got to say something about it. Yeah, that's clever. Yeah. I like it.
It certainly was. I mean, there's more. I won't go any further, but I just felt like the need to mention it. This is the CEO. This is the dude who's in charge of Borderlands 3, and I'm sure that nothing's going to go wrong there at all. I'm sure
it'll be fine.
Be completely fine.
I'm looking forward to that game.
There's nothing to worry about there at all.
No.
Don't worry.
No, I think I might wait for the reviews for that one. I don't think that's a pre-order.
Ash.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe. I might want to wait for that one just in case.
I think after that you probably want to wait another sort of month or so,
right?
Until they fully implement all of the surprise mechanics.
That's
probably worth considering as well.
I like this. I mean, if you think about it, like Borderlands is pretty much the surprise mechanic game, because you're running around finding these magical chests and then you don't know what you're getting out of it. It's just random guns.
Yeah, it's loot crates, but they're not monetized in Borderlands 2.
No. I'm alright with that.
They fucking will be in the new one, though.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
So yeah, Randy Pitchford there. That was number one. We move on. Number 2, this is just briefly to mention because it's going to be massive, but we weren't sort of about to report on it before. Harry Potter Wizards Unite is now out, buddy. It's Niantic's follow-up from Pokemon Go, and it's a Harry Potter Pokemon Go, essentially. Lets you do all that shit, but Harry Potter, you're a wizard.
Wizardly.
Are your kids into the old Potter?
Yeah, my son loves it. He's watched all the films. He's read, I think, about 4 or 5 of the books already as well. So, yeah, he does like it. But fucking kids these days, mate, they go from one thing to another so quickly. I'm sure I was the same.
Do you think they're going to get involved with this Wizards Unite thing, buddy?
Fuck that. It's one of them games you have to walk around and do. I'm not doing that.
You did that for a while on old Pokemon Go, didn't you? You went down the park and shit.
No, buddy. Well, yeah, when I went to the park, we did it, but no, I didn't. Well, I didn't specifically go out and be like, right, let's go Pokemon Go in. It was like, right, we're at the park, and it's like, oh yeah, we'll get some Pokemon while we're here, mate. Yeah, go on then.
Either way, it's going to be interesting to see if. I mean, the Pokemon Go was absolutely massive, and it seems unlikely to me.
Still is, I think, isn't it?
It seems unlikely to me that that they can have another hit as big as that, and it can still be as massive. But at the same time, if they're going to do it with any brand. Then Harry Potter is probably that brand. So
it's quite a big brand, just like Pokemon, buddy.
Quite a big brand.
Quite large.
Exactly. Yeah. So, that's out. That's out. It's free to download, and if you want to give it a go, then fucking give it a go, buddies. See how you get on.
Fucking do it.
Let us know what you think. Anyone who's listening to this and then plays Harry Potter Wizards Unite. Just let us know how you get on there. So we move on now. Game, the UK games retailer Game has agreed to a £52 million takeover by Mike Ashley and the Sports Direct Corporation. So that's them fucked. Although they already were.
Well, they were totally
place.
I mean, they've already filed for bankruptcy once before.
Yeah,
no, definitely once.
Yeah.
Possibly
they were
more.
in receivership. It sounds like they really didn't have a choice in the matter. It was that or go bust.
Yeah, blatantly. I wonder what the fuck he's going to do with it.
Not a fucking lot, I'd imagine. I mean, they've been trying to branch out into esports and sponsorship deals and all of that sort of thing of late, and that's fine. But I mean, there's no future in games retail. So I mean, we won't even be buying games soon. We'll be just subscribing to services. So
can't wait for them services, buddy.
Those live services and all the prices and
we spoke about that. Yeah, we did, didn't we? After that, on that,
we did. Yeah, I was saying about my concerns about tiering and that sort of thing on there.
It's dangerous. About the Xbox thing, weren't you? Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty concerned about that. But hey, fucking Slipknot said it best, buddy. What I'd say.
Yeah.
Anyway, game's fucked because Mike Ashley, who's just successfully accidentally got rid of Rafa Benitez from Newcastle United, the only good thing about the football club at the time. All I can say about Mike Ashley and Sports Direct is I got my hiking boots and waterproofs from Sports Direct, buddy, before I went on holiday.
Nice.
And they were really fucking cheap and they were really fucking good. So
that's where I got my hiking boots from, buddy, as well.
There you go. I mean, therefore, we should probably give a heartfelt thanks to all of the 0-hour contract workers at Sports Direct. Thank you so much.
Cheers, guys.
Presumably the factories in Bangladesh making the gear as well. Thanks you so much.
To them. You made my life that much better.
I'm sure they'll be listening, so they'll appreciate that. That would be great. All of our thousands of listeners in Bangladesh.
Yeah, I'll tweet them later.
Tweet at Bangladesh. I think the country's just got its own handle there.
That's it, isn't it? Hashtag cheap workers.
Cheap Bangladesh £. Cheers, buddies. Moving on. EA and Epic got a fucking kicking from the UK government. Probably the only thing the UK government seems to be doing right at the moment.
Yay.
Avoiding controversy by giving an absolute hammering to video games companies, which is nice. Some wonderful stuff here. Really out of this world, especially from the representatives of Electronic Arts. Pretty fucking special. Especially enjoyed one of the questions, which I couldn't believe that it was asked. But one of the dudes on the panel, he's like from the government, he was literally like, so with loot boxes, you put these loot box mechanics into your games, and do you consider that ethical? It was just like, he was like, do you think that's not being a cunt? Is that what it was so. Having the British questioning them there was you couldn't want more than that. Like that was perfect.
Yeah.
Kerry Hopkins from Electronic Arts, she made all the headlines. She brand and marketing manager for Electronic Arts in the EU. We don't like to call them loot boxes. We call them surprise mechanics.
Yeah.
She said, like Kinder eggs, people like surprises.
No.
We think the way we've implemented these kinds of mechanics is quite ethical and quite fun. They aren't gambling, and we disagree that there's evidence that shows they lead to gambling.
Sure.
It was literally 4 representatives from the video games industry, EA and Epic, basically putting their fingers in their ears and going la 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 while people like answer.
The problem with the whole, I think one of the big problems is like, fucking surprise mechanics, Kinder eggs, whatever you want to say, like those fucking machines you put a quid in, you twist it around, you get some piece of garbage out of it. Like kids love that shit because kids just love shit. Like they love getting new shit. Like, they don't care what it is. They're like, yes, a new thing, right? And a lot of these games are all jazzed up and fucking neon and, fucking Fortnite is like, fucking wank and aimed at these kids.
It comes down to certification. It comes down to who is your game aimed at? Because if it's aimed at everyone, including children, then it can't have gambling in it.
No.
Like, it shouldn't have gambling in it.
Yeah.
Like... It should be as simple as that. Apparently, it isn't. I was having a good chat with the Funcast about this. We firmly believe that they are 100% fully aware that what they're doing is completely out of order.
Of course they are.
They are completely 100% aware, but if they just continue to protest, like every day that passes, they're making thousands and thousands more pounds.
Yeah.
Like, they know the bubble's going to burst, but if they can hold out in the courts for a year, they make a fucking $1 billion.
They're fine.
Why wouldn't they? And they don't care about saving face, and they don't care about their reputation because everyone already thinks they're a bunch of complete arseholes, and
true,
people will still buy their games anyway. So, anyway, there lots of talk of. They were questioned over whether they track like how people play, how much people play. Epic claiming that they don't even check.
Bullshit. They all these companies have stats up the fucking wazoo about every second that you spend on that game and every kind of movement you do, any kind of. Of course, they know how much time and money and whatever you've been doing.
Absolutely. I mean, I loved this quote from the panel as well. If I was a parent who was concerned about my child's use of Fortnite, I think listening to your testimony would not give me any encouragement at all that this was an issue that you cared about, said committee chairman Damien Collins.
Totally true.
Like,
they don't.
Fucking awesome. Like, great stuff. And this is the culmination of 6 months of debates and seminars from experts because... rather than fucking rumble into a room with people completely underprepared, the committee from the government educated themselves with the best experts and
obviously the JfG Podcast.
And the JfG Podcast, of course. I genuinely think that the industry has completely underestimated the way that governments can behave here. And it's all very well Belgium just wading in and starting to ban shit, but they didn't do the due diligence that the UK government has been doing. And you have to give them respect for that. They're doing it the right way.
Definitely. I mean, like, looking at, like, headlines and stuff, you always see the headlines like, oh, my son or whoever spent 500 quid on Fortnite and now I can't get my money back. It's always about trying to get the money back and stuff like that. It's not like, fucking hell, that kid must have sat there for a hell of a long time, like, fucking rolling the dice. Like, surely that's a form of gambling there. Like, that proves it, that he's fucking just... Obviously, he's not thinking real money's being spent. It doesn't matter if it's real money or fake money or whatever. He's sat there and fucking gone through it hundreds and hundreds of times on, like, FIFA packs or whatever, trying to get, like, what he wants, you know? That's gambling, no? You're just going for it.
Absolutely. I mean, and probably to sort of cap this off, I'd like to address firstly the Kinder Egg thing and secondly the football sticker thing. So these are two things that people have been kind of talking about, like trading cards, I suppose.
Yeah, Pokemon cards
as well,
and stuff, yeah.
That sort of thing. So firstly, Kinder Eggs. Now, it's true that Kinder Eggs give you a surprise inside. It's also true that they're made of fucking chocolate. You are buying chocolate.
You're buying a chocolate treat.
The fact that there's a treat inside isn't particularly relevant to the fact that you're buying some chocolate.
You're buying some chocolate, yeah.
That is not the same as opening a digital card pack.
True.
Secondly, trading cards, Merlin football stickers, Pokemon cards.
Yeah, got to catch them all.
They are gambling, and they are wrong, and they also shouldn't exist.
They are, yeah.
Using
I agree
them
with that.
to prop up your argument, saying our stuff's fine because this is fine. That's not fine.
No, because that
stuff's
fine.
not fine. That shouldn't exist either. Yep. I pissed away loads of money on football stickers when I was younger.
Same.
Because I was a kid and it's what I wanted and it was stupid and it shouldn't have been allowed.
But what's that? You're an adult now and you know that it's fucking stupid. What the fuck?
Yeah,
imagine
they were aimed
that.
specifically
so
at children.
Imagine, you had kids that want all these things. Like, I want fucking loot boxes. I want Pokemon cards. I'm like, all right, well, you can have some, but not a lot. And then when you realise you're getting the same shit every time, then we'll probably not get them anymore. Or, if you want a shit ton of Pokemon cards, I'll go on eBay and buy you a fuckload of them from China because they're super fake and you're happy. There you go.
I just think you can't have gambling in a game with an all ages sticker on the front.
You can't.
It's terrible. And you can say what you want about how children's finances should be entirely governed by parents, but kids can get a job at the age of 15 over here, and earn a sort of lower wage, apprentice wages, that sort of thing. Also, children these days, they'll have a young person's bank accounts. I had a bank account when I was little, and
you can
charge their pocket money on there or whatever.
One of the parents at the kids' school has they showed us this bank account you can actually get for your kids. It costs £5 a month or something, which is I'm like, fuck that already. But you can pop pocket money in there if they do jobs, and then they actually have a little thing of money. But obviously you can check what before they can't just spend it, but they have money in there. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, but also no, I'm not going to let him have a little bank account. I'll say, oh yeah, you got 20 quid pocket money, and then next week I'll be like, yeah, no, you only got 10. Whatever, I'll just make it up.
Gibbons. Yeah, those cars, they're quite a nice idea if you want to go down that route. They kind of mirror the way that company cards are kind of now, where you can sort of charge them up. A business kind of owns them. It's almost like the business is the bank account rather than having
exactly.
A bank in control of the cards. But yeah, anyway, it's going to run this. It'll be interesting to see what happens. It was very interesting. I was reading an article on Eurogamer about this today, and they were talking about how this is going to lead to governments regulating the games industry, and there was a comment from Wesley Yin-Poole on there, the head honcho at Eurogamer, saying, "Of course, no one wants that," and I was wondering whether that was true. Because
what are they going to do? What are they going to stop?
I mean, I think the general consensus with that sort of thing, and certainly in the past this has been the case, is that a government wades in on these things without any sort of real understanding. But I don't think that's the case here.
No,
I think that
they've shown that they've done at least some reach into the aspect
lots
of these loot
hundreds of
boxes.
hours of it. You can watch it. It's all online. It's all on the government website of this panel being essentially educated in what it's all about. And I think it's all very well saying no one wants that the government to get involved and have to physically regulate video games because of what they could perhaps do to the games industry. I'm not sure how the games industry could be further damaged from where it is right now. It couldn't sink
in
lower.
a horrible place.
It's not going to regulate itself. All AAA titles are essentially a write-off at this point for a myriad of different reasons, all of them corporate, financial, and disgusting. So as far as I'm concerned, I think it's more than fair enough that you let a crack panel of a government team have a fucking run at it. If you see what you can do, maybe you do some fucking damage, like tear up some trees, and we might get our fucking games back a little bit.
It's the whole saying it's got to get worse before it gets better or whatever. Like maybe that is the case, but hopefully that'll remove all like the fucking rot from the roots or whatever, and then something good can grow from it. There you go. There's some kind of analogy there for you.
I liked it. It was poetic. Very nice. Meanwhile, buddy. Rockstar announces impending release of their literal casino in GTA Online.
Yeah! Get in, son. Let's go gambling.
It's the Diamond Casino and Resort, situated in the heart of Vinewood, and is described as...
once again, I'm going to bring back the point of you can actually buy in-game money in that game already and gamble it on...
You can.
On races.
GTA 5 has an 18 certificate.
Oh, that's all right then.
It is all right.
I guess. No, but, most of the time, when you go on gambling sites, you have to put in, like, a credit card details or, prove you're of age.
Well, you have to do that on the PlayStation if your parents have set it up properly.
That's true, I guess. Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, you're right.
Kids shouldn't have their own card on there. It should be this. Like, if anything, it's easier to nick the debit card and add it to like Ladbrokes or something rather than the PlayStation Network.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. It's not something that interests me anyway. But just a few little takes on it. I don't know. I suppose there's still loads and loads and loads of people playing GTA Online. I mean,
blatantly.
Thought they were going to move over to Red Dead, and it just didn't really... I don't know what happened there. I don't know. But yeah, anyway. Valet parking, best-in-class concierge, and the exhilaration of spinning the lucky wheel for a chance at life-changing prizes, a finely curated selection of spirits at the bars and lounges, and a range of sophisticated tables, table games, and much more. So yeah. That's coming. That's coming to GTA 5.
Isn't there a dog track as well there?
I don't know. I haven't loaded the game up for probably a year.
There's that oval, horse racing or dog track. You have to do races. There you go. That's the next one. Go to the dogs, mate.
Go to the dags. Yeah, there you go. It's an option.
Get some more gambling in there.
Either way, the reason that is considered okay is because GTA 5 is an 18, and therefore it's the responsibility of the parents to make sure their kids are in check. I can't really argue with that, if I'm honest. And yeah, it should have a casino. That world, that game, it's kind of suited to one. It's already got a strip bar.
True.
Sure.
Fuck it.
I'm not sure I'm going to go back to that thing anymore. Kind of had enough. But
yeah, I'm all right.
It was fun.
I'm good. Yeah, no, it was fucking amazing. Absolutely fantastic game. Can't knock it at all.
Still people moaning about how there's no more single-player story content for GTA 5.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah, don't really care. Moving on, a few more things from me. Rain is coming to GTA Sport. It will have rain in it.
GT Sport, not GTA Sport.
GT Sport, sorry. The dangers of one story following another there. So they're adding rain. They've been talking about it for a while because there just wasn't enough stuff in GT Sport, so they needed to add some more stuff.
There you go.
There you go. That's a fucking great game. We've talked about it before. I won't continue. And next, Respawn. They know that you thought Jedi Fallen Order looked shit. They've come out and discussed it. They showed an extended version of the trailer to people at A3, and then also journalists have had the chance to play it a little bit as well. But they weren't originally allowed to say that they'd played it when they were doing their previews, and that kind of made it seem like
it's a bit shit.
They were being like bought off or something, because the journalists were going on about how brilliant it was, and I was looking at it thinking, no, fuck, it isn't. No, it's not. Anyway, previews now, they've now been kind of the reins have been sort of that's kind of been lifted, and they can say what they want, and a lot of people saying that it played really nicely, and it's got a really interesting combat system, and it was really fun. And Respawn saying, they weren't really there yet in terms of having like a section of footage that was all set up and bug free and ready to show, which is a little bit worrying considering how soon it is the game's coming out. But hey,
when is it out this year?
Yeah, like September, October.
Oh, like fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait
soonish. Incoming.
Wait for some reviews on that one then, maybe.
Yeah. Jedi Fallen Order release date 15th of November. There we go.
Oh, there's still time, I guess.
Yeah. I think the important thing is that the combat is apparently pretty fun, because I was kind of a little bit down on it, mainly for one of the reasons. The other was that he never really looked like he was standing on a floor.
Well, he's a Jedi, you know.
As you said, as you rightly said. Anyway, they know that it looked a bit wank, and they're working on it. Is basically the statement there.
Oh. Sorry, this beer is fucking tasty.
What are you on there, buddy?
Oh, I'm on the Ghost Ship now.
Ghost Ship. It is a tasty beer, the Ghost Ship. Finally from me, Sony Santa Monica almost got rid of Kratos for the God of War game.
Might as well. He's a bit shit.
Cory Barlog was discussing this. He almost cut it. He said it was like, he's annoying, he's done. This was at the Game Lab event in Barcelona. He took to the stage to discuss the game. And yeah, that's just quite funny, really. The idea
what would
that they
be in
cut
his
him.
place?
Well, I know from the documentary that they tried really hard to find the right person to play Kratos, and they'd essentially given up when they got Christopher Judge in. Like, they were like, "There's no way. It's not working. We just want to get rid of him." But yeah, pretty funny, pretty interesting. And I really enjoyed that documentary, learning about how it seems to me the main reason that the story is as it is in God of War is because Cory Barlog had a kid in the intervening period, and it's kind of about his life to a degree, a very different degree, one not involving like Norse gods, but at the same time to a sort of degree. And also some really interesting stuff with Christopher Judge in that, where he was essentially saying how he missed a lot of his kids growing up because he was on the set of Stargate for like 15 years. And so he was feeling really close to the story as well. And I think these are maybe the reasons why, as you've been saying, replaying it in the last week or so, why the story hits so fucking perfect on the nose. It's because everyone was firmly invested in it when they were making that game. And that's probably why it's the masterpiece that it is, buddy.
No, yeah, fucking... I can't say any more about that game. I could. It'd be all the same words, just mashed up into some big pile of jizz or something. I don't know.
Givens. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, that's my news, buddy. It's pretty time to hand over to you for my favourite section.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I forgot about this.
I'm sure the listeners as well. And that, of course, is Ash's News Favourite Things of the Week.
If you like news but hate information, you have found the right place. Ash's News Favourite Thing of the Week.
Cheers, buddy. As always, I'm on the pulse. Don't you worry. Here we go. What's this? Call of Duty Black Ops 4 pay-to-win feature added into Blackout in last patch. The community is not happy about that. So, well done, Call of Duty. You're a winner, I guess, for being shit.
Good work there.
Oh, yeah, Gibbons. Valve's flagship Index VR game is the Portal spin-off Aperture Hand Lab. Oh.
Ooh.
That sounds cool. Unfortunately, that won't be coming to... Oh, I doubt it'll be coming to PlayStation anytime soon.
Nah, no
you
chance.
never know. No. NBA 2K19 in the news right here with unskippable ads showing up in game. Once again, fans are not happy. I wouldn't
Just
be
stop buying
either.
it.
Just don't buy it.
Just don't play it. Call of Duty Blackout. Don't buy it. Don't play it. NBA 2K. Stop buying it. They're cunts and it's been shit for 5 years. Stop buying
It's true. There we go.
Stop buying it and whining about it.
Yeah. Good news this time. Moss, that VR game that's fucking amazing.
Certainly is.
It's really, really good. Like, people were going fucking nuts over that at the prison. Like, seriously, they were just like, what is this? It's a platformer, but I'm in the world and I can pull stuff and push it.
It's great as well, because when you watch it on a telly, when someone's playing it, you're like, there's no point for this being VR. Like,
why is this VR? And then you
don't
play
understand
it
it
like,
until you get in there. Yeah,
you don't. You just don't understand. Now I know. Now
you know.
It's bringing previously Oculus Quests, the exclusive quest for the Oculus or whatever. It's coming to other VR platforms, aka the PlayStation, which is nice. So we're going to have some more shit there. There we go.
Beautiful.
I kind of mentioned it briefly earlier, but PlayStation 5 are going to be pushing PlayStation Now hard.
I'm sure they are.
When the PlayStation 5 comes out, says Sony. Yeah, they're going to go for that.
Reduce it then and put some decent stuff on it.
Well, hopefully, you would have thought they would do that. Hopefully sooner rather than later. We'll see. The Wii U just got an update, and yes, it is 2019. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Oh yeah, that thing.
That thing got an update. I don't know what it does, and I don't care.
I genuinely forgot that console existed.
Memorable.
Yeah.
Nice. Destiny 2 dev Bungie raised fucking loads of money for charity over their Guardian Con. Like, was it 4 million something? I don't know. Going.
Yeah, it's great stuff, innit? Activision would have had all of that if they
Yeah. They done good.
Yeah, no, fair play. Fair play.
Stuff about loot boxes. I saw an advert for some like Doritos or something, some bollocks, and it had Overwatch on it. It didn't say loot boxes, it said loot boost. I was like, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. PUBG's getting the Apex Legends style ping system. It's obviously a good system, which I reported on back in February when that game came out. It's fucking amazing. So they're taking that. What is this? God of War sequel seems to be in the works. Oh, wow. I don't even remember this. As Sony begin hiring people with knowledge of God of War. I could be that guy. I've got some knowledge of it. It's pretty fresh in my head.
Yeah, I've played it.
What is this? I don't care about that. Don't care about that. Destiny 2 cross-play, cross-save. Yeah, that's happening in September. I don't know if I mentioned that previously, but that's a big thing. When the new expansion hits, it's going to have cross-save. But it's not really... Well, you get to pick one of your platforms and then use that on everything. So... get picking now, I guess. I've got stuff here from like weeks ago and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Celeste 3 DLC will contain over 100 levels. We knew that already. Shit about Xbox Game Pass being on PC. It's fucking wank. But it should be good. And it's only like, for the Game Pass on PC, it's only £4 a month. Gibbons, it hasn't got all the titles that you get on the Xbox One.
My little shit heap. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. But a lot of them should be, cross-play. And I'm half tempted to keep it going when it, carries on. And obviously I won't have to pay for Xbox Live being on PC. So I don't have to get the Ultimate. I can just get the Game Pass for PC. So yeah. Tempting.
It is, and they're gonna be pushing it hard over the coming sort of year, aren't they? So you can guarantee that it's going to get lots and lots of new additions in the coming months.
Gibbons, buddy. Rainbow Six Siege, that game that's been out for like 3 years already.
Yeah.
It's coming to next gen consoles, and there isn't a sequel currently planned. So that's good news. If you like that game, you can play it for like another 3 years.
Yeah.
I guess.
Do you think that one of the game modes will run at 60 frames and the other will only run at 30 on the next gen version, buddy?
Hopefully.
Because that's my favourite thing about Rainbow Six Siege, the fact that they got it running at 60 frames when you're connecting to 12 other people, but it seems incapable of doing it when you're only connecting to 3 other people.
It's fucking stupid. It's absolutely fucking stupid.
Fuck that game.
Yeah. I got new Call of Duty is going to be cross-play. No season pass, but there's probably loads of microtransactions. Yeah. And yeah, no, just shit from me. Free then, really. What's this about Doom? The original Doom gets unofficial sequel from the creator for free. There you go. That's a nice one to read on.
Yeah, I saw him working on that a few months ago. He was live streaming his work on that, and looks quite fun if you want to play old Doom, which I don't fucking want to do that.
I don't want to. No, that's a bad idea.
Every time you load that up, and it's like, all right, I'm walking forward with the mouse, am I? I'll change that. I'll change that. Oh, I can't look.
I think
up
I might change
down. That. Okay, I'll leave that. That's fine. Yeah.
Oh well,
masterpiece though.
Yeah, it was for the day. So there you go, buddy. That's my newest favourite things for a while. A bit random, I know, but there was a lot of them to sift through. Yeah,
it was a veritable smorgasbord of news there, buddy. And thanks so much for that. That was your news. Before that was my news, and that, ladies and gentlemen, was the news.
Ooh.
And now it's time for Out This Week.
Let's take a look at some games coming out this week. Probably filled with microtransactions, loot crates and pay-to-win mechanics. Because fuck you all. Fuck you all. Fuck you all. Fuck you all. Buy our shit.
And that's out this week. Get it.
Certainly is. Samurai Showdown is arriving on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, Stadia, and PC.
Stadia, eh?
Allegedly in their beta testing thingy-jiggle. This is a fighting game. And, so that's coming out. It's a fighting game.
Fighting?
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
The Sinking City arrives on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It is an action-adventure mystery horror game from Big Ben Interactive, one of my favourite developers.
They're the best. Yes.
They've been releasing shovelware for some time. They have been kind of getting better and better, but, it's always struck me as a little bit odd that, like, their games are really fucking, like B-movie sort of shit, because they're trying to make essentially games with the features and graphics of AAA games at the fraction of the budget. And I'm just kind of mystified by why they continue to release games that where they completely like overreach to the point where they seem like budget and shit. Like, I don't know why they can't just make a game suitable to the size studio and budget they are.
Less is more, buddy.
Because they've been, the problems that they have to solve in making those sorts of games that they do are fucking insane, to the point where they're probably a pretty well fucking oiled machine at this point. And if they set their sights on making a game that was fucking, logical and sensible to the studio size, I would play that. That would be a fucking cool game. But maybe this is it. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe they've learned all there is to learn, and this is going to be an incredible experience. I do doubt it to a degree, but
more than likely, yeah.
either way, it looks all right. It looks like a Big Ben game. So thanks very much for that. Some of these came out a week ago, by the way, just because we had a little break. So I thought I'd just mention them so you knew that they were available, buddies.
Oh, thank you.
What we got? F1 2019 is out this week, buddy. It is out on Friday, June the 28th, and I would like to buy it, but I'm not sure when. I just know that I want this, and I don't know how long I am willing to wait for it. But,
he's keen. He's thinking full price right now.
The other thing I will say about this, buddy, is that upon the purchasing of F1 2019, I am going to go full manual. So I'm switching to manual gears well as all assists off as of the new game. Which will mean that I'm going to be fucking dreadful for some time.
Yeah, but then you're going to get fucking stupidly good.
Well, it's going to take a lot of practice. I've never been very good with manual gears, despite the fact that obviously I do drive a car in real life.
There is that.
But yeah, looking forward to that, and we'll have to see how long I can hold out before we pick that fucking thing up. All I can say is that the week it's coming out, we are all meeting up, so probably can get through this weekend okay. And then next weekend, I think friend of the podcast, Paul, is still away. He probably would have been the one that pulled the trigger first. So I guess we'll see on this. But yeah, we'll see. I fucking want this game really bad. And it's the first game this year that I've been excited to pick up, possibly at launch. And it's June. End of June.
You're crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Buying a game on launch? Who are you? What have you done with him?
If I'm going to do it once this year, it might as well be F1. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But
crazy. You know that game's going to be like 35 quid in 2 weeks.
I will happily pay £15 to play it for the next 2 or 3 weeks.
That's true. And that's it, buddy. That's why, like, if you're happy to do that, then you do it. And that is your choice.
If you rented it from Blockbuster back in the day, buddy, you'd pay more than that weekly to rent the thing.
True.
So
yeah, it's so true.
And you know that we're going to play it for like 400 hours over the course of the year. And you also know that the netcode will be broken at launch.
Yeah.
So moving on.
The last one wasn't though, was it? Oh, it wasn't. Then again, we didn't get it at launch, did we? We got it like 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, didn't we?
Yeah, we got it 3 weeks later and it was fine.
Yeah.
Apart from the fact that AI just takes you out all the time because they don't know where you are. But
there is that.
Super Mario Maker 2 on the Switch. That's coming out. That's coming out this week.
That's a game that's coming out.
That's a game coming out that doesn't have the multiplayer aspects of the first one. Final Fantasy 14 Shadowbringers is coming to PS4, PC, and Mac. Yeah, to the Mac. Stranger Things 3, the game, arrives on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC, presumably to publicise the fact that the new season is imminent. And then finally, and certainly the most interesting looking of all of the titles this week, Sea of Solitude arrives on PS4, Xbox One and PC. This is a third-person exploration sort of puzzle adventure game. Third-person sort of... It looks very cool, actually. I really like the art style that they've got here. It's got kind of open worldy, but also sort of hubby aspects, and yeah, some genuinely interesting puzzles floating about in a little canoe and stuff. I think it looks great, this game. I'm really excited to read about it and catch a bit of it on the old YouTube and see if that's something we might want to pick up going forward, buddy. It's worth a look.
There's two things you know about me. One, I love trains.
He loves trains.
Two, I also love puzzles.
He likes puzzles.
Puzzles on a train, buddy.
It's got puzzles.
Best thing.
Yeah, so there you are. Puzzles on a Train, of course, the successful follow-up to Snakes on a Plane. Very different tone, but still a good movie nevertheless. So yeah. That's out this week, buddy. There's some games there. What do you think of that?
Fucking
Indeed.
happy days.
He's just going to remain silent. I was going to be like,
I was like trying to think of something good to say and I couldn't, so I just went with my gut
sacked
feeling.
it off. Yeah, no,
I was like, fuck it, yeah, you
I
know.
liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's how this week. Woo!
And now it's time for Fuckwit Corner.
Backward corner with funk. Backward corner with funk. He's got some questions. Funk.
Has he got any questions, buddy?
He did mention the thing before we were talking about where he's Shadow of War and he's thinking about moving on to God of War because he's going with of War games at this point.
He likes of War.
Yeah. Next he's going to be playing, imagine Funk playing World of Warcraft. Perhaps
No.
not. Anyway, Funk's ears pricked up when we were talking about FIFA
Was it
20 last
Dawn of
time.
War? Is that a Warhammer game?
That is a Warhammer game, yeah.
I can see him there.
Gears of War, of course.
Gears of War, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm done now of War games. World at War, World of War Z.
Was that World at War or
No.
World of? Yeah, that was World at War, I think.
Or was that the Call of Duty one? World of
Yeah, the Call of Duty was World at War.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm done.
World of Warhammer.
Yeah, there you go. That's all you need.
Yep.
It'd just be a game called Of War. And then you're
Of
in.
War. Yep.
Anyway, my bad. Are you Googling Of War game?
Top 30 video games that have Of War in their title. Video from IGN, 14th of October 2016.
Great.
Why
Yeah.
does this exist?
God of War 1, 2, and 3.
I'm certainly not going to watch that. Anyway, Funk says, quite like the sound of the new FIFA game modes. So he's talking about Volta. Nothing new has emerged since we were previously talking about Volta, but the whole five-a-side mode in FIFA, set in like your own specific little stadium that you've designed and set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not much really that we can say other than I am also interested in it. It is also worth mentioning, buddy, I don't know if you saw the news from Konami over the last few weeks, buddy, but
Which one?
they've renamed PES. Did you notice?
Did we mention that? I thought we mentioned the stupid. No, yeah. Like, I mean, might as well.
Of course,
if you're going to call it something.
It's ePES.
Oh, ePES? What's that short for?
ePES.
What's the E stands for something fucking like, isn't it like
It's esports.
esports, isn't it? Is it esports? Yeah, it is,
Yeah,
isn't
they came out and said
it?
they wanted to be
PES 2020, yeah.
the leading football game for the esports.
So they might as well put esport in the title.
Yeah, ePES.
ePES.
I don't know what we're going to do about a football game this year.
Just sack it off, mate.
We bought both of them
Just don't
last
need
time
it.
round.
Exactly. You know, we bought 2 last year. We buy none this year. Just done.
I'm going to have to buy one of them.
I know.
I've bought a football game every year since 1994. So yeah, I'm gonna buy one, but I'm not sure what yet.
Football Manager.
Football Manager, yeah.
At the end of the day, you much prefer doing all the transfers and stuff.
I do.
Than actually playing the game.
Given.
And
That's true.
if you've got Game Pass Ultimate, you can get that on your PC right now.
All I will say is that it's a toss-up. This is going to be the last football game of the generation, and often they are the best because it's like when they finally got there with the engine they were using, the feature package they were using. I just don't know if that's the case anymore, though. I think that now they just can't be asked to save up any actual improvements till the following campaign. But yeah, I mean, I can't really visualize buying another FIFA game, but I'm having a lot of fun playing this one. It's a very weird situation, buddy, I have to say. So there we are.
It's the whole offline-online debate, though, isn't it? You know, that's what it comes down to.
Given.
I don't know. You're the expert on this. I just turn up on a Friday night when I'm really pissed and play a bit of it, and I'm happy. So
well, last time round,
totally your call, buddy.
We played the PES demo and it was decent, and when we bought the game, it was different to the demo. So you can't even trust the demos anymore to make your decision. I imagine that FIFA's going to feel exactly the same as this one. And
talking about football, we forgot to mention that the PlayStation Plus games are being announced for next year month.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, it's PES 2019.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And some arcade racer made in Brazil or somewhere. I don't know.
July 2019. That must have come out after I did the news earlier.
It popped up on my phone earlier. I was like, yeah, I'll have that. There it is.
No, Horizon Chase Turbo is awesome. Like,
yeah, it looks cool. It's like Ridge Racer.
Fucking great.
Like,
Yeah,
no, not Ridge Racer. Outrun.
Outrun.
Outrun, that's it.
Yeah. I played the demo extensively. I nearly picked that up a little while ago. I'm well looking forward to
there you go, buddy.
Yeah.
No, you can.
What about games with gold? Is that...
No, I didn't say anything about that.
Okay. That's the only time I'll be on the Sun website this year, by the way. That was the first the first thing that I clicked on there. Yeah, they haven't announced
fucked
games
it,
with
mate.
gold yet. So
You fucked it. That's in your library forever now. Everyone will know.
Start getting fucking associated ads from the National Front and shit. That's all she wrote. Shit. Okay. Well, anyway, Funk's right to be excited about the five-a-side mode on FIFA because it's a really cool concept. From my experience, if anyone's going to fuck the bed, though, it's actually EA. So who can say whether that's going to be worth picking up or not? We just have to keep an eye on it. I'm hoping, with it being a new game mode, they'll make the extra effort and chuck the mode into the demo when it comes out this summer, and then we can actually play it and see if it's decent or not. That would be ideal.
We'll see. That would be nice.
But I'm with him. I like the sound of it, and it does make me a little bit more interested in the game than I would have been otherwise. So I suppose they've done their job there to a degree.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, but
Every week, we end the show with questions and comments sent in by you. If you've got anything for us, just pop an email to the JfG Podcast at gmail.com or contact us on Facebook, Twitter, or at justforgamers.co.uk.
And now it's time for JfG Street Beat.
You got a question we wanna know. Facebook, Twitter, we're on them all. So hit us up and be on the show. The JfG Street Beat.
Street Beat.
We wanna know.
Get into it.
The Oxo Pizzle is on the show, buddy. He says, is F1 2019 a June 28th purchase for us? Yes, buddy. Yes, yes, it is. No, I don't know. Obviously, I wouldn't have bothered mentioning just that, but he does go on to say, any word on VR in an F1 game? As much as I'd love to, I'm unlikely to pick up this gen VR unless I could drive an F1 car around, as that would be incredible.
It would be.
At the moment, your only options for a sort of F1 in VR is the PC. Project Cars 2, of course, has Formula A cars in it. They're quite similar to Formula 1 cars, and that game is fully VR on the Oculus and Vive on the PC. So all you need to do is build yourself a £1,600 computer and then spend a further £600 to £700 on, say, a Vive and all the peripherals required for that. And then you're away, buddy. You can get stuck in straight away on that. There you go.
Well, there you fucking go.
So that's like Top Gear, where they just review Lamborghinis and shit. Consumer advice there for PJ.
Yeah.
No, obviously this console doesn't really have the power to properly do racing games in VR. I'm sure that will change with the PS5. 100% that will change. I would imagine it is most likely to change on first-party titles first, because although Codemasters have shown interest in doing VR before with Dirt Rally, which is an absolute fucking masterpiece in VR. Whether they would bring it to Formula 1, I don't know. I'd imagine that game's particularly expensive to make already, on top of having to pay for that Formula 1 license from Liberty. Whether they'd invest the time on an annual franchise to get VR in there, I don't know. But I think that the new consoles coming out is going to further spur on virtual reality in a way that could lead to a lot more games supporting it. And that's the hope, isn't it? I mean, as you say, you were playing Drive Club VR, weren't you, this week? And racing can be fucking great, can't it, in VR, even on the PSVR?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's like... one of the guys that tried it, like, he loves his racing games. Like, we talk about like F1 and I'm trying to think, well, what's the fucking racing game that he plays a lot? Probably, I think it was Project Gotham 2. We were talking about the Nürburgring and things like that.
Game.
And yeah, like, he fucking sat in it, and I think one of the first cars you unlocked was that like Peugeot electric car, and we were in that in one of the Japan tracks or whatever. And like, he was just sitting there for like 4 minutes, just sitting in the car, looking around and being like, I'm in the fucking car. I'm sitting in a car. And I was just like, yeah, you're going to drive it then? And he's like, no, I'm just looking around it. This is incredible. It's fucking... And then when he got going, he was just like, it's awesome. It's so cool. Such a good, like, obviously, yeah, like, with the speed, it can be a bit... sometimes, like when you're going, I find it when I'm going up and down, not left and right.
Yeah, it's the camber.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is.
When you go around Brands Hatch Indy on Gran Turismo Sport, and you go down that first hill, like it's proper, like being on a roller coaster, because your brain's tricking you completely. And certainly Dirt Rally can become Chunder Town at an alarming rate, because of the undulation. So that can happen. But I mean, it's still one of the best types of games for virtual reality, and I'm sure they'll get there with it. It's just, it hasn't got the power at the moment. It definitely doesn't.
Yeah, nice.
Gibbon.
Well, I've been in the Discord as well over the past couple of weeks, and massive thank you for everyone that's getting involved in that. I was just said that I've been playing some Borderlands 2, enjoying it. I was just asked what everyone else has been playing. So JJ goes on. He's been playing Metro Exodus and Forza Horizon 2. He's Forza Horizon 4. Sorry, he's been enjoying them. He says liking there. He goes on to say Gears of War 4 equals boring, State of Decay 2 equals fuck that.
Yeah, it's rubbish.
If you like managing shit, but no. Sunset Overdrive is okay, but I just can't get into it.
Same.
And then we waffle on about PCs for fucking ages, and then Cosmic Dad pops in. He said that he's played through the Borderlands 2 DLC, the Commander Lith and the Battle of Sanctuary. There you go. He says it's fine. Local split screen co-op is a lot of fun, but goddamn, the menus are hopeless when you only have half a screen to read them. I can only imagine, buddy. That's fucking... doesn't sound fun.
Not ideal.
He's also been smashing Football Manager 2019, so if you want to know about that game, you need to ask him. He's halfway through his Season 2, just starting to get grips with it now. Void Bastards, can't make my mind off it if I prefer controller or keyboard and mouse, but it seems to laugh. Just bought that Android game on PS4 sale. Forgot the name of it. Android Rights, and shit. Might get around to it this weekend. And that game is, Detroit Become Human. So just big thanks to you guys for getting involved in the Discord. It's been fun. I've been enjoying it.
Absolutely. And if you want to get involved, then of course just head over to our website, www.jfgpodcast.co.uk, and you can find a link to the Discord on there, so you can join in the festivities as well. I think that Void Bastards is on Game Pass now. I haven't downloaded that
yet. Nice.
But,
I think that he might have... I don't know. I think he got the Game Pass Ultimate thing and been playing it on PC. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, he must have, because he was talking about keyboard and mouse. So
definitely need to give that a burn. Probably get to that this week at some point, hopefully. But yeah, thanks so much to everyone who's contributed this week. Much appreciated, buddies. It's good to be back, and hopefully you've enjoyed it as much as we have. I'm speaking to myself. I mean, Ash is in a utility room, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not very comfortable.
He's
but,
having.
I'm used to this.
He's toughing it out for you guys.
It has. I tell you what, the past few months being in my room, my office, whatever it is, it's been lovely, because I remember when I was like last year when I was in that fucking house and I was having to do it in the kitchen, and oh god, it was fucking horrible. It was not nice, but this is probably a larger size than that kitchen. There's more space anyway for me. I mean, my nice bar stool here. It's, I'm quite comfortable right now.
No bad.
Not too bad. I am sweating quite a lot, but I have got a jumper on. That's a big mistake.
Gibbons. So yeah, I think that's probably where we should call it, buddy. That's the end of episode 217. What time we've had. It's been chirky.
Yeah, and we've had some issues with the streaming. It was because I was streaming at 10,000 kilobits or kilobytes a second or whatever it is, and Twitch only lets you go up to 5,000. My bad. That's because I'm on this laptop. But I did sort it out for the last 10 minutes of the show.
Yeah, well, it's been fine on YouTube the whole time as well.
Yeah, so it's been on there. So.
But yeah, if you have had problems this week, then very sorry, and I'm sure things will be back to normal soon. But
yeah, I'm hoping I'll be... No, I probably won't. I'll probably be down here next week, next Wednesday, and then I'll be back in my room, I think.
Nice, not too long there. Should be gravy.
No, only a couple of weeks, so yeah, not too bad.
Well, we'll be back next time, buddies. Probably talking about a bit of go-karting and whatever else we got up to. The Soul Train, I would imagine.
Soul Train.
A bit of the Soul Train. We love a bit of Jazz Motown and, of course, funk with the funk. So that's going to be tasty treats indeed. Yeah. And thanks so much for joining us this evening, buddies. We will be back next week. We'll catch you next time round. Until then, I've been Alex. He has been Ash.
Goodbye.
Farewell. You've been listening to the JfG Podcast with Ash and me, Alex. You can find us at www.thejfgpodcast.co.uk, where you'll also find our Discord and Street Beat if you want to get involved with the show. Our Facebook is /the JfG Podcast, and our Twitter handle is @the JfG Podcast. We're on all those video streaming sites too, buddies, from TubeTube to twitch.tv /the JfG Podcast to mixer.com, aka beam.fucking-pro. We've got a PS4 community you can join. Just search the JfG Podcast on there. And we're also on Google Plus if that is how you choose to live your life. Thanks so much for listening, buddies. We'll catch you next time.